Politicians, una say una dey work for us, we be Nigerians. Now we una dey help, no be we dey help una. But we dey often dey see and say now una dey fight because of the money. No be we dey fight put. We just live una una dey enjoy una self. Only wetin come dey pity me for una na the way una dey betray una self time to time. This video wey I wan give una, so for those of una wey never see am, see the way they talk am, the thing go shock catalyze una, because it too sweet. Me person wey dey for your own party, we supposed to decide you say we, the APC, are supposed to win the election. For the same APC member to come out and tell us that we are not competent, we don't have what it takes. Guys, una know as we dey do am for here, una information, like una comments, they very, very important. Una leave am.
Clement Agba, all of them, including Professor Osumbo, they are all working. They even surrendered their facilities to Monday Okpewolo for use.
Okay, all right.
Their campaign offices,
all right.
all.
All right. I mean, even the former deputy governor of Edo State is also, that's Mr. Philip Shaibu, because you're enjoying the benefit. No, because you're enjoying the benefit of what you're saying is anti-party from Honorable Odigie himself. So it's double standards, isn't it? When he favors you, it's a good thing. But when he doesn't favor you, it is anti-party. I'm just as an aside. But very quickly, I mean, go on.
Yes.
Wow. Very quickly. Yeah. Honorable Odigie,
I thought you were,
why did he, what would you then say is responsible for this U-turn? Is it jealousy? Is it that there's something that he's looking for from the APC that he hasn't gotten that has made him do this U-turn? Or just, like you've mentioned, or the APC in the state has said with regards to Mr. Philip Shaibu, is because he has seen the light and he wants to work for the good of the Edo people?
Thank you. For for Emmanuel Odigie, I cannot actually point to anything now. But the reasons he gave are not tangible reasons. I think the last word on the course why he has made it tergiversation, U-turn, is yet to be had. I can conjecture a guess to say maybe or maybe not. He has seen something better from the other side than this. But every normal human being must have an internal logos for self-evaluation. So he takes the decision, he's a man of full age and competent understanding, and I wish him good luck. But the real reason they continue to hide, the real reason remains a riddle, wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. They will never say it. But time will unfold all this.
Well, you said Prince Odigie has been expelled from the party. When did this happen? Was he the only person that was
suspended from
He's been suspended. When did this happen?
At least,
is it just hold on. Is he the only one?
Yes.
Because when he came onto this program, he said that he was not acting alone, that he's part of a group. Was it Integrity Group? I remember, I don't quite remember the label that he gave that particular group. Then you said, secondly, that other party leaders are with Monday Okpebolo. Does that include Francis Inegbeki, former deputy chairman of the party who resigned? Because the group that Emmanuel Odigie belongs to and Inegbeki, who resigned, all these are people who are against the candidacy of Senator Okpebolo. Will you say that all of them have been suspended? That's one. Number two, you were going to comment on the primaries, because Prince Odigie said the primaries were flawed, but you haven't addressed that yet. Those two things.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, let me start from the rear. Of course, he has been suspended because we have seen him. He has come out to do his thing. You don't suspend people who have not come out. So he only said he's in the integrity group, which I see as faceless. And I'm sure he's leading the vanguard. But he will now leave because the danger of having a resident enemy, a fifth columnist in an organization, you know, is a shadowing group that will frustrate anything you do. So going out is better for us. And when you talked of other members, how many are they? How many? He should have put that, apart from Francis Nekbeneki, that one left on his own. He resigned. You cannot suspend someone who has resigned. It's like someone who commits suicide in order not to be murdered, but it's the same thing anyway. Or someone who resigns in order not to be sacked is the same thing anyway. So I am telling you that APC is sure-footed, APC is okay, and the unity now is more than before. And the victory of APC, I tell you, is guaranteed. I can guarantee the assurance that come September 21st, at the end of that election, PDP in Edo State, Labour Party in Edo State, history will not be sure they ever existed. As for the primaries were ahead. I think on this studio, I told you what followed then. And the next day, the same Emmanuel Odigie was on your program, where he said Oshomole wants to impose Dennis Idahosa so that he can collect money from the state to fight for Senate presidency. And you asked him that day if he was towing the same line that Paul Ohombamu, who was here earlier, that is the preceding day, did. I think he was a non-committer in that area. But what I'm telling you now, the primary was free and fair. And this is why there is no dissent. All the people, you know, he's a young with huge followership, the fire-eating moral exemplar, someone who has contested before, and his name is synonymous with politics in Edo State. Professor Osubo, former governor. Professor Dion Haine, your good friend, Dr. Ruben Abati, he is my comrade. We fought together to liberate Nigeria in the second independence, the independence from the military. We were in the human rights business together. He is an intellectual, a global scholar, and an activist intellectual, a political economist. So he has even gone to prison on grounds of democracy and fight for it. So he's an alumnus of Nigerian prison. So all these people, including a renowned a bank official, Emmanuel Odigie. In fact, all of them, the list is endless. The whole of them, from beginning to the end, they are working. They have even surrendered. They have even surrendered their facilities. Not just working, but they are committed. They surrendered their facilities because they know that not having Odigie as governor will be paradise lost in Edo State. Okay,
so I would like to ask you this. Number one will be, you've said a lot of things about this, your candidate, Monday Okpebholo, but we would like to know his educational background and qualification. The educational background of Okpebholo and qualification.
Yes, he read business admin at the University of Abuja, and he has concluded his thesis in masters in governance and international relations in the same school.
In any case, he doesn't need more than a school cert to be a governor.
The second question,
he doesn't. No, it's even what he has is superfluous.
No. Hang on a minute. Before all of the exaggerated wordings, let's go down to brass tacks. What will be?
It's not exaggerated. No. It's not exaggerated. Excuse me. It's not exaggerated. It's what is due. I'm giving to him.
Before all the exaggerated wordings, let's ask, what will be the policy of Okpebholo to tackle challenges around infrastructure in Edo State? And why do you think he's a veritable candidate and against the likes of Asue Godalo and Olumide Akpata?
First, Lord, thank you very much. As for Akpata, we were in one function. We were schoolmates. We graduated from University of Benin together. We went to law school, and he's very competent, qualified. But he's coming, I told him that day that it was anachronistic. That is the time for Edo Central. I told him, he's my friend. I know too, I'm not pretentious when I'm doing all these things. I told him straight away. But for what about Asue Godalo? I think I'm coming. The best for last. For Asue Godalo, I have seen him. We look at his antecedents. He continues to say, I will do. I will do. You cannot choose I will do over I have done this, I have done that, which Okpebholo is known for, and which are there on the ground. Asue Godalo, I can tell you, when he was chairman of Nigerian Breweries, that company experienced tremendous advancement in the reverse. When there was serious loss, huge loss of amount to the tune of over 11 billion naira. He ran it down. The people
the
there wanted his exit.
Was that the cause of the loss?
Excuse me.
See, well, I have a right to ask
chairman under his watch.
Was it the cause of the loss?
I know. I am telling you, I'm responding that he was the chairman under his watch. Whether it's the cause or under his watch. If University of Ife fails today, he's the vice chancellor. Lilian Salami, they will hold responsible. If Nigeria crumbles today, he's the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they will hold responsible. That's the truth. You cannot hold somebody, power flows from that, cascades down. That's what I'm saying. And you are free as a journalist. But at least when we, follow our heart desire, we don't cross the line.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying he was the head under his watch. I say under his watch.
Okay.
Under his watch. No other person. He was the chairman. So that's what I'm saying. Again, he has been in government of Edo State. He has been the head of the economic team. He has also been the head of the kitchen cabinet. I don't know if there's anybody in Edo that can come out to say he has been served with any delicious meal by Asue Ighodalo.
Is Asue a
these
chef?
are some of the things. And we talk of...
Is Asue a chef? What do you mean by all this
we should know
words?
wait now.
Break it down, please.
We should wait. We should know the power of metaphor. So if I say he has not been served with meal, it means he must go to kitchen
in
to
what
give
context?
When I say kitchen cabinet, is it that...
In what context? In what context? Break it down.
Wait now.
How has he failed? In what context?
The failure of Obaseki. Wait now. The failure of Obaseki. You repeat a lot. I'm answering you.
Go ahead.
The failure of Obaseki. He's part and parcel. The failure of Obaseki. He's part and parcel of it. And he's a lawyer and very happy. He understands the Latin, mazim, nocito associate, meaning a thing not from his associates. He has been with Obaseki. All the policies of Obaseki, all the words of Obaseki. Today as we speak, Edo State is stranded like a ship on the high seas, rudderless, with broken navigational aids.
Okay,
and seeking redemption.
In the spirit of exaggeration, now tell me what the savior Okpebolo will do. The savior Okpebolo, the captain of the ship, captain of the high seas.
Yes. When you talk like this, I know Rufai is talking. And when Dr. Ruben Abati is talking, I also know Ruben Abati is talking. Let me respond to you by telling you the antecedent. By telling you, I want to tell you the antecedent of Monday Okpebolo. Then we can make deductions from there. In the area of security, when Esa Land, that is the Edo Central, was under siege, they invited all Asian sons and daughters, those at least who have the miss. Okpebolo came out and did his best. In fact, all the vehicles that their Talakwa security network they are using in Esala, he provided for them. He built the burnt down area command, single-handed. When he never knew he would ever contest, he built it, handed it over to the police force. Ask me what Asue Ighodalo gave them. After much pressure here and there, after begging, he gave them 100,000 to save people from kidnapping. So he has never been interested in Esaland. He even registered for the first time during this last registration exercise. So I think Godwin Obaseki just brought him. And this is why we continue to say we will fight the infinity agenda of Godwin Obaseki. Because a vote for Asue Ighodalo is a vote for Godwin Obaseki. And since the time of Godwin Obaseki,
apart from security, what else has Okpebolo done? Apart from security, what else has he done? Go ahead.
He has constructed a lot of roads. They are out there. Excuse me. He has constructed a lot of roads. Let me finish now. He constructed a lot of roads in Edo Central. He constructed a lot of roads in Edo State. He has sponsored to the overseas to they pay their fees. He did everything.
Okay.
Not because he wants to contest the election. He has given electricity to communities here and there. He has built structures. And the people, he has free transportation. And he buys diesel. Thank you.
Honorable, thank you. I think we've heard.
Yes.
Now, I need to clarify a few things. Not holding brief for Mr. Ighodalo, but I think it wouldn't be fair to leave with saying that, what he did in Nigerian breweries, because this is a man, if you wanted to criticize him on anything, But in terms of his experience, whether as a lawyer, gone to London School of Economics, as, a businessman, you cannot fault that. I think it's important to mention that. You can talk about, that's why I was asking you with regards to, whether he was one responsible for Nigerian breweries. He's led other organizations that have succeeded. But let me ask you, because you didn't quite answer in terms of the plans. Antecedents aside, we can check that, we can fact check that in terms of the many roads you talk about with his money, I want to assume, his personal funds, or at least as part of being in government. But what are his plans for industrialization? What are some of those things he wants to do for the young people of Edo State? What will he do differently from, because remember that under this same Obaseki that you talked about, the GDP of Edo State has increased. The debt profile has also, he's done quite well with the economy of Edo State. So what will Okpebholo do?
Let me quickly answer that of Obasi. He has done a lot for Edo. He continues to say we end well. He finishes strong, and he has put everything in place. But they are not visible. That's what I'm telling you. Maybe they are intangible achievements. They are not visible. It reminds me of that line in Samuel Coleridge's work, A Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, which